guys, welcome to the Just Pearly Things YouTube channel.
This woman is like the biggest pick me, right? She like fucking loves. What is this? Bro, I can't watch this podcast, honestly. This seems awful.
I want to know. I want to learn from you, sir.
You want to learn from me?
Well, I wanted to answer. I feel like it goes for.
These are like all these are like the anti-feminist women's squad with Andrew Tate, right?
Both.
They talk for 3 hours. God, dude. Again, who the fuck wants to chirp for 3 hours, dude? That's feminine as fuck, Andrew. Men speak with their actions, okay? Not with their fucking mouths for 3 hours. Kind of feminine, dude. The time video tried to frame everything as if the world is making progress. We aren't making progress. The world continues to be shit under world capitalism. It's live propaganda. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Should we look at this a little bit?
Any money. Find a 9 to 5, work regular, save your money, learn to cook.
Oh my God, there's British women in this too. I really don't want to listen to this. There's British people in this? No shot.
Of time without devaluing herself because she is fucking people she shouldn't be fucking.
Also, what happened to Brittany Renner? Like, she's now alpha dog, brain pilled, red pilled. Is that what was happening with her? There was a time and place where we were supposed to have her on the broadcast, like where she ripped into the fucking Fresh and Fit fools, and now she's over here fucking. I don't know, but she's a baddie. I mean, yes, we all know that. That's like universal truth. Can't just listen to him say the same shit over and over again. It's so old and washed. I basically want to like catch like a good one in here. You know what I mean? Like the women don't need men.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So
are any of these women like actually feminists or what? Andrew Tate destroys feminists, so she's the feminist. Is that what it is?
Obviously, back then for survival, women needed a man. Otherwise, when they were pregnant, could die, and all of these things, they would perish. In today's society, given evolution, given the fact that as women we can go and get, men. Yeah, but I'm not saying that. Isn't there a glitch between what is actually happening and the nature of what we have in our bodies? I think that's probably the conflict that we're having right now.
Glitch in what way?
In the sense that women don't feel like they need men in the most physical sense, perhaps like right. Naturally.
It's very interesting. Women don't feel like they need men in a physical sense because life is soft, but it's bullshit, and it's bullshit because you still need men by proxy. One and.
Dude, that's so funny. These takes are awesome. It's like, it's because society is soft now. It's like, first of all, you have the tightest jeans I've ever seen on, okay? I don't want to hear from you wearing literally the tightest fucking athleisure looking fake khaki, not really khaki, actually fucking sweatpants jeans, okay? This is the sluttiest thing you could wear while still not actually looking good, okay? And they're capris too. So shut the fuck up. That's number one. Number two, 4% spandex Andy. Number two, okay, the idea that like society is soft now and like we got to go back to hard body society. Very weird. The fuck do you mean? It's like, oh man, I hate the technological improvements that I take advantage of on a daily fucking basis. Because it's made women not reliant on men. But get better, dude. Find a way to be better in this modern day and age. Okay, how about that? Instead of fucking complaining that society has made it so that like you can't defend females from the apex predators when they walk out of the cave. I love the cute little orange slices Tate's been munching on. Those are mandarins, my friend. Even I know that.
two, the second life gets difficult, you very quickly learn how much you need men. But women will go, I'm an independent, I don't need no man because I have an OnlyFans and men pay my OnlyFans, and if anyone comes up to me, I'll call a male police officer. I don't need men. Shut up, you fucking idiot. Of course you do. You just named your whole life is based on fucking men. The road you're driving on was paved by a man. The house you're living in was built by a man. The car you're driving was designed.
This is so odd. It's like taking the hyper individualist take under capitalism and turning it into men versus women. Like, I've heard this so many times, right? Like, I've heard it so many times. It's true. Like, these roads were paved by people. They're workers in general. But, like, he takes that and flips it on its head and says, like, you know, it's men that made all of this. And it's like, okay, well, women played a role in all of that societal development, you know? I don't know if you know this, but, like, you didn't get birthed from a cock, okay? You didn't just, like, a man didn't just shit you out.
Designed by a man. Your whole life depends on men. And the second anything bad were to happen to you, the second you were physically threatened, or times were to get hard, or war were to start, or famine, or riots, the first thing...
Like, all bad things, again, it's like, oh, if all these bad things were to happen, you'd be fucking needing men real hard. It's like, yeah, but, like, we should probably avoid that. You know what I mean? Those are bad things. Why is it that, like, men are only useful in moments where there's, like, really awful shit happening? You're not making a good ass argument for men right now. It's like, yeah, only men can protect you from other men doing awful things that men regularly do. But those are good things now because, you know, men are doing it and men are infallible.
You do is find a big strong man, shit yourself, and throw the feminism out the window. Feminism goes out the fucking window the second that the snow needs shoveling, or there's a fucking broken down car, or the tire needs changing. Then all that crap vanishes. It's garbage. And this is the very interesting thing. I'll make a point here, which is going to get me canceled again, but I don't give a fuck. but this is the point. Feminism in and of itself can't...
Yeah, bro. Chirping this much, not very manly. I'm just going to say it. Chirping this much while wearing the tightest capri jeans I've ever seen in my entire life, dude. Sorry. It's cool, though. It's yet another example of, like, people, often very dumb people, will override the aesthetics when they are hyper-focusing on the words that are coming out of his mouth. He's already basically presented himself as, like, the alpha dog, so people don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Common shaming and bullying for his looks. Bro, come on. He's like the biggest bully. We need to have fun with this a little bit. You can't fucking be like, I'm an alpha dog, dude. I love Andrew Tate. And then fucking cry in a corner because I made fun of his, like, incredibly tight pants. I mean, these are guys who are literally like, Hasan, you are the biggest homosexual man on the planet. You wore a dress one time. You paint your fingernails. You're literally gayer than a dude that is currently sucking multiple penises. Like, I can't give that back a little bit. You know what I mean? Also, why are you being so emotional? You know? Also, I don't even give a shit about what you wear. I wear tight pants too. Like I said, I wear tight pants all the motherfucking time. My point is more so about people being like, oh, well, when Andrew Tate does it, it's actually manly. Okay, but when someone else does it, it's not manly, it's gay. Which you can be manly and gay, but his homies were telling you to sit down to pee the other day. Yeah, exactly.
Can't be defended. The point of an idea is that it can be defended by the people who believe in it. This has been the whole point of war since the dawn of time. It doesn't matter if it was the Christians against the Hindus. It doesn't matter if it was the Germans against the French. There were people who had ideas and ideologies, and they were prepared to fight each other to defend their ideology. Feminism is an ideology which cannot be defended by feminists.
Wait, that's so funny. It's like, wait, you're giving, like, the worst examples. Like, these are all, we have overcome that. Like, we're in 2022. No one is thinking that, like, all those prior wars were actually really good. Why are you making the worst argument for men? Like, you could have just gone with, like, men have worked really fucking hard to build civilization, you know what I mean? Build the roads and stuff. That was fine. But now you're like, men are constantly fucking shit up. They're constantly fighting against one another. It's like the reverse side of like the feminist radlibs where they're like, if a woman was president, there would be no war. It's like, no, there fucking still would be war.
The only people who could defend feminism are the men who subscribe to the garbage. If all the feminists were to get in a line and say, we want feminism, and the conservative men were to get in a line, you would learn very quickly it's bullshit. I had a friend in Afghanistan.
I mean, this is literally might is right over and over again. Might is right. Might is right. Meanwhile, you're not a caveman, dog. Like, it's so stupid. Let's hear the buddy of mine in Afghanistan.
When Taliban kicked America out. And he told me the Americans were telling the girls they could go to school. So they built all these girls' schools, and they put the Afghanistani Defense Forces there, and they funded the Afghanistan Defense Forces to protect these schools. You had American satellites, you had night vision goggles. Taliban were afraid to attack. America leaves. Now you have Afghani Defense Forces. They're basically blind. They don't have satellites anymore. Don't have night vision, whatever. So now it's a real war.
There ain't no way this motherfucker is about to say that what the Taliban is doing is wrong when they're just doing more of the things that he's advocating for, right? There ain't no fucking way he's about to just say that the Taliban is wrong for not letting women go to fucking school when he simultaneously is like basically advocating for that. Hold up.
The men are standing next to this girls' school. The Taliban are coming. You're some dude. You're standing there, and you're looking at this girls' school going, I don't really give a fuck if girls go to school. Bounce. And you didn't fight. So that's why they all gave up and Taliban took over so quickly. And when I said this, the girls like, yeah, they should have fought for us, feminism. Why don't the women fight?
Can I ask?
Oh, wait, the women can't defend their own fucking idea. You need men to defend feminism. So that's why the whole thing is stupid.
So
wait, I don't get it. Yeah. Why does he even want? I guess he didn't really, to be fair, he didn't really give a take on whether or not it's good or bad that the women can no longer go to school. So I think maybe we can infer that he thinks it is a good thing that the Taliban are not allowing little girls to go to school no more.
Second, men don't defend it. It just fails as a fucking ideology. It's garbage.
May I tell you something now? So this is the thing. This is when we assume that women perhaps don't have the physical or even mental ability to go to a war. Wait. Because this is the thing. For example, in Ukraine, a lot of women took up arms. And in fact, I'm Angolan. I'm Angolan. I'm Angolan. And
don't lie.
Listen,
to the people at home.
Wait, no worries. I'll talk about my personal story.
Go to war? You want to fight the front lines?
Let me tell you something. This is the thing. I think it's also really like silly to assume that, for example, a woman, because she didn't go to school, she'll not be as intelligent.
That's why Andrew Tate is an anti-communist, because he saw all those fucking female snipers from the USSR and was like, they were killing the Nazis. All these women would get rifles and they'd be sharpshooters and they'd be fucking killing the Nazis. And I don't like that. All these females were sharpshooters and I don't like that. Like, there are plenty of instances where women have also played a fundamental role in both like supportive roles, but also like in the front lines as well. I mean, look at the Kurdish militias all around the fucking Middle East. Like, there's plenty of instances where women are also taking up arms and shit. But again, that's outside of Andrew Tate's worldview, so it doesn't matter. Original women were added to the U.S. Army as a joke, but they were more courageous than the men when they hold their own, obviously. Yeah, no one tell them about the night witches that had Germany shitting bricks in their bombing sprees. Yeah, I mean, in the North Vietnamese army, there were women that were working. Like, women have always participated in war. It's not like it's a good thing. War is not a good thing in general, but like, there are certainly a shitload of examples of women, in the front lines.
intelligent as a man, therefore naturally a woman is not intelligent. No, it doesn't make sense. If we're now starting to normalize equality and we want to put everybody in the forefront, give a woman a
Who's
gun.
normalizing equality?
Well, that's what people are wanting. Then that's
People
the case.
like who?
Let me tell you, Auntie.
Who wants to normalize equality? People like who? Feminists. Who else wants to?
Well, actually, no equality. I want respect. That's really
No,
what I
what's
want.
stopping you from getting respect?
Exactly.
No,
I get respect.
I get respect. I get respect.
So,
That's
you
what I
just
want.
said
That's
you
what I
want
like.
respect.
What I think is,
You don't even know what you want.
I'll tell you what I
don't
want.
know what you want. You want
as a
equality,
woman, I
and you
carry
want
myself
respect.
differently. I actually hold the things that I have done in the fights that I fought. I hold it. That's why when you speak to me, I don't move different. I move different to many of the girls. That's why when you talk to me and you argue with me, I don't take
argue
it.
with
You do sometimes.
you.
And
I
I'll
don't
tell you
argue.
something. A lot of women may have the accolades to be somebody, but they are uncomfortable to own that. And the reason why, then I would like to ask you, for example, I do need a man, for example, to,
Wait, she's not. I thought she was maybe like. She doesn't seem weird. She seems kind of normal. Are one of these ladies like a feminist? Is she a feminist? Or I guess what is portrayed as a feminist here? Even though she is kind of like saying that, I deserve, I earn my respect or something, which is like, you should just still, like she's like, as a woman, I earn the praise from my behavior, but it's like still kind of weird. Because it's like, no, like everyone should get that. Like men get it. They don't have to fucking work for it. Let's be real. If we're gonna think about it from the same like dynamic between like men and women, men get a level of respect across the board, or a level of amenities across the board for being men that women have to like earn.
Procreate, but other than that, I'm quite strong, and I would find a way to protect myself differently. With that mentality, what would be the man that would be for me then?
Danava, what would you do if one of these security guards broke into your door?
What would I do? I'll tell you.
What would you do? What would you do? No, seriously, there's no guns here.
She's a feminist.
I'll tell you. No, I'm not a feminist.
It's just so weird. It's like, bro, man has supposedly, I think, evolved away or tries to evolve away from the might is right type violence, right? In this day and age, especially when we have weapons, it's kind of like a stupid point. On this planet, if your only argument is like, I'm a man and I will protect you from like other men that want to like kill you or whatever, you kind of got nothing. It's dumb. It's dumb as fuck.
Feminist. I'm not a feminist. I'm a bit smarter.
Okay,
Either I play dead, one. Yeah.
Okay, they see you're not dead.
It's okay.
They
No,
see
I'd
you
be like
breathing.
this. And then if not, maybe I would kind of like be very gentle and comply to find a way to get out of it. If they want to come and kill me, there's not much that many people can do.
But let's make an important point. You're talking about equality equaling respect. The way you get respect is...
Okay, what if the fucking guy has a gun? The fuck do you do then? Okay? Like, this is so... These hypotheticals are so dumb. You know what I mean? Like, this hypothetical is not how you operate your life. Like, you can't operate your life on that. Where it's like, oh, in a fucking self-defense style situation, you need a man there. It's like, okay, well, what if the woman is Ronda Rousey? Okay? What if the woman is like that cyborg woman who everybody was talking about, like how she was cheating or some shit? Chris Cyborg? Yeah. It's just so dumb. Like, oh, here's a hypothetical situation that I'm using to draw your attention away from an overarching argument. Here's a in my hypothetical situation, I win. Okay, well, what about, dude, what are you supposed to do? Craft a counter hypothetical where you win? You know?
As a woman is by being feminine. There's nothing, we can be equal and very, very different. I'm not saying that there's not equality, but you've confused equality with the same. You can be equal with completely different things. You can have a bishop and a knight on a chessboard. They're equal in terms of points, but they do different things, right? A woman can have equal respect to a man if she is very good at being a woman, and a man gets respect for being very good at being a man. When a woman decides she wants to act like a man, or a man wants to act like a woman, that's where all gets fucked up. We try and pretend it's all the same. It's not the same. Men and women are good at different things. We have different strengths, different weaknesses. There's nothing wrong with accepting that. There's nothing wrong with saying, I'm a woman, I'm good at X, he's a man, he's good at Y. Then we work together as a team, we have a beautiful family, we're happy forever. It's only confused where you have women who sit and go,
yeah, I don't think he's seeing that. I don't think that's happening for him. Yeah, the question the person asks is beyond stupid. Anyone in this situation is either going to act on it or not act on it. Gender is irrelevant. Exactly. That's why I said it is entirely dependent. It is entirely dependent on the circumstances. How is he wrong? Please explain. Dude, your name is Kant Osman, okay? You said commentate W. If you're the type of dude that spams commentate W in a chat, I'm pretty sure in a self-defense style situation, you're fucked. You're going to get ass fucked, okay? Depending on what the guy wants to do with you, you are that person's pet now, okay? This is not a man or woman thing. It's just what is within the bounds of reason, okay? What do you have? Can you actually defend yourself? This has nothing to do with being a woman. That's why I gave you the hypothetical where it's like, okay, well, what if it's fucking Ronda Rousey? The idea that like all girls are weak and dumb and all men are strong and powerful is stupid. It's just dumb. It's so stupid. Like, there is truth to this, right? Like, that's why, women are more likely to be assaulted by a man. And therefore, like, that kind of, the whole parking lot situation that we've talked about before, where it's like a literally threatening scenario. Making inferences off of that is really stupid. Like larger gender role inferences. And like, assuming that every woman, regardless of their skill set, is going to be bad at a particular task, and every man, regardless of their skill set, is going to be good at a particular task, is fucking stupid. That's it. That's my point. It's idiotic. But it's also at the heart of like conservative thinking, which is don't think about things in a nuanced way and try to go into, previously thought out, well-defined, narrow boxes and think about the world through that lens. It'll make it easier for you. That's it. That's literally what he's trying to do. This is what he always does, and a lot of people fall for it.
No, because in the name of equality, we can fight in war. There's no fucking women on the front line in Ukraine. That is psyop bullshit. They put some chick there dancing around doing Pokemon dances to try and convince men to go fucking die in a ditch. It's garbage. If you go to the front line of Ukraine right now, you do not see women in their makeup and their manicures. You see fucking men in the freezing cold dying.
Wait, what? I mean, also not true. I mean, there are plenty of women that are fucking dying in the front lines of Ukraine too.
You know where the women are? Dubai. Chilling. That's where the women are. So to sit and pretend that women are just as capable physically as men is a fucking lie. It's delusion. To say that you're as strong as men is delusion. You are good at other things. You're better than men at a lot of things, but it's not the physical world. And the unfortunate reality about life, this is what we're saying when I was saying earlier that feminism goes out the window when things get hard. The harder the world gets, the closer it gets to the baseline of humanity. The unfortunate baseline of humanity is violence. Yeah. That's what happens when if all the electricity were to go out and all the police sort of quit, this would become a violent place very quickly, and there would be fucking zero feminists left. Zero. You would all need men. That's the bottom line of reality. That's the bottom line. So you have to understand as a woman and say, okay, I need a man who's good at being a man.
But no one's saying that we don't need men in society. Of course we do. We're talking about relationships.
This is so dumb. It's like, bro, if society is already violent, okay, incredibly violent, but if the power grid went out, we're fucked anyway. What do you mean? Like, this motherfucker is so ride or die for his little theories that he's like, this is what he's going to be doing when the power is out. I'm pretty sure there are plenty of men who would very easily fucking turn this motherfucker into mincemeat, okay? As well. If the fucking power went out. Like, what do you mean? That's an awful situation. It's done. It's like, yeah, okay, well, you know, if a nuclear holocaust were to happen tomorrow, then, you know, you would rely on all the men then. It's like, bro, what are you saying right now? That shit sucks.
Yeah, you're strong, but the thing is, I can live my life as a woman and not need a man.
What's a woman?
Oh, Pearl, stop
like
it.
in my day-to-day life, I don't need a man to fix my car. I'll just go to the mechanic.
But listen, right?
But is the mechanic a man or a woman?
No, I'm saying yes, we need men in society, but in relationships, the only reason I actually need you is because I want you. I don't actually need you.
Do you know what?
I need you to procreate. Yes,
Yeah, it's so funny. It's like, she's right, though. Yeah, not every man knows how to fucking fix a car. Again, you're relying on tropes. I'm almost certain that bitch-ass Andrew Tate does not know how to fucking fix an engine. If he did, good on him. That doesn't make him more manly. That just makes him someone who has interests, okay? It's so stupid. It is so incredibly stupid to be like, oh, you need a man when you need to fix your engine. It's like, yo, what are you talking about? It's so dumb. Division of labor is very feminine. If you're a man, you need to learn everything about every part of the world, about every part of the assembly line. That's what men are for. I, Andrew Tate, know how to make this Bugatti by myself with my bare hands because I'm a man.
I agree, but the thing is, I don't need you in my day-to-day life.
What if someone breaks into your house?
I'll just call the police.
Okay, what if they don't come? What if the average
Play
in
dead.
the US it takes like 15
and give them everything.
In the US it takes like 15 minutes for them to get there.
But that's not realistic. That doesn't happen on a day-to-day life.
These two guys in your
like, is that what you're looking for in a man? Is that what it is? I don't get it. Like, your goal in a successful, healthy relationship with a man in 2022 is like how well they can defend you in a self-defense style situation. Like, this is so stupid. Who the fuck is factoring that in? Just get a dog, dude. Just get a dog, okay? Like, what could possibly be happening in your life that you are constantly under threat of, like, assault? Like, under threat of, like, death squads breaking through your door like you're John Wick. It's also funny because, like, men die when, breaking and entering situations happen. Men can die too, just as easily as women. It's not like men are fucking bulletproof, dude. Men can't even avoid the top of the hour ad breaks without subscribing. Because at the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break, and all the men in here are like, oh, well, I could actually see the ad break, and I'd be fine. But you can't. You can't even avoid it. You need to subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. By connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, you get 1 free Prime subscription a month. Use it on your favorite broadcaster. Hopefully that's HasanAbi. He's wearing dresses all the time. B-Boy259, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Not Jackie, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Here's the 3-minute ad break now.
In your house, what are you doing?
But that's not realistic. I've not had any man break into my house on a day-to-day. It doesn't happen.
The point is...
So let's be realistic now.
I know what you're saying, but the point is this. The point is, when we're talking about feminism as a whole demonizes men. And you just sat and said, besides procreation, I don't need a man in my life. I can go to a male mechanic or call a male police officer. They're men. So in
society, you are needed. Yeah. I agree. Okay, of course, we need you.
Of course. So you're talking about being with a man because you want to. So my question to you is, why would you want to be with a man?
Why would a man want to be with you?
Because they're sexy.
Like, obviously,
because of the
guys, and we do talk about men. Sorry, I love men.
No,
I love dick.
We don't sound like it, but it's not all about dick. What I'm trying to say is that in a good relationship, right, one that works, there's blue jobs and there's pink jobs. Right, and that's the problem that women have got.
Oh, geez,
they don't want to be doing no pink jobs.
But that's not what we're talking about.
We're
talking about relationships. Why do you need a man in a relationship? Because you want a partner.
Companionship, friendship, romantic love, things that you can't get by yourself.
Like, you want to go on dates with him. It's not about, I need someone to fix my car. Like, go to a mechanic. You're not safe. Call the police.
Not
like,
true.
it's not
Wait, what about a father to your kids? You don't think your kids don't need a dad?
You can be around.
I definitely want that. These are the stuff. This is the reason
No,
I
you
need a man.
that.
I agree.
Wait. It's not that you want it. You need it.
I agree. And these are the stuff that I need in a man. But it's like, at the end of the day, it's not like I completely need you. It's
But
like I want you.
But the whole point is, if the lights went out tomorrow, you would need a man.
In society, agree.
She's cooked, bro. Because ain't nobody locking her up. If that's the case, then JustPearlyThings is fucked, dude. Okay, anyway, let's continue.
Why do we act like women are so useless?
I
can change a tire.
I'm saying if the lights went out tomorrow, you would need someone to protect you.
Yes,
would.
of course. In society, not my boyfriend.
I'll go underground.
Half of my exes can't even do anything.
That's actually another problem. A lot of men can't do much.
Do you know what I mean?
Not everybody's
in this day and
strong.
age,
Dude, this is so fucking stupid. Like, oh my God. Like, that motherfucker doesn't know how to do 90% of the shit that he's promoting that men are doing, okay? He is pampered as a motherfucker, dude. What the fuck? The only difference between me and Andrew Tate is, like, I admit it, okay? And I think it's fucking stupid to be like, oh my God. If the lights went out, like, what the fuck's he gonna do when the lights go out, bro? If he can't refuel his Bugatti, what's he gonna do? Nothing. Like, he doesn't know the first thing about electricity, bro. Okay? He doesn't know the first thing. How is he going to how is he an electrical engineer? How is he going to fix the grid? How is he going to actually fucking power his home? How is he going to brave the elements? Is that what he's going to do? No. It's just so stupid when you can only clap back with what ifs you lost, bro. Yeah, good luck explaining that to dumb people. That's like 98% of their arguments, okay? The point is, that's why we have division of labor. You're like undermining one of the fundamental values of like collective action that has been a plank in societal civilization building. Okay? Luckily, we no longer live in formations where we have to hunt and gather, okay? So we can have nice things and have fun sometimes. It's very stupid to undermine that in general and be like, men are the only ones who are capable of doing all of these things. When it's like, no, it's not. Men and women, a bunch of them have to get together and do a bunch of shit that you don't even think about, that you take for fucking granted. And you can fantasize about being like the protector of the home to your lady that you're never going to have if you're watching a lot of Andrew Tate videos. But yeah, like I said, if you're watching a lot of Andrew Tate videos, there ain't no fucking way you're defending your home from home invaders, okay? Let's get real for a second.
In this day and age, guys can't even fit a tire.
You cannot. No.
Women can't cook.
Not
you, my sister.
But I can cook. I can cook.
Brothers.
And the thing is, I'm not
speak to
even.
your brothers. They don't know how to do
I'm
nothing.
not even saying.
Guys.
Can I just say something?
We have to do one at a time.
Can I just say something? This is why you can't blame all men for your poor choices. You can't say, I'm talking to both of you because you're saying, yeah, my man can't do this, my man can't do that. What? And you want to settle down. Why would you go and choose a man that can't do these things that you wanted them to do? Because my man could do all the blue jobs.
I need a man.
Because most men grow up with a PlayStation instead. Most men grow up with a PlayStation and porn and things. No, that's the truth.
It's not.
Speak for yourself.
Speak for yourself.
That's the man you
Listen,
pick.
I'm sorry, I don't need a mechanic as my boyfriend.
You know what?
I need a father to my children. I don't need.
Do you know something?
Bro, no fucking roughneck, blue-collar motherfucker is sitting around at the oil rig listening to a 3-hour podcast where like a bunch of British ladies are fucking chirping about how men ain't shit, okay? What fantasy are you living in? It's all the fucking PlayStation weirdos and console fucking weirdos like ourselves sitting around listening to it, and the one side is LARPing as though they are the, you know, the rough and tumble trade guys, okay? When they're not. They're literally just pasty fucking incels on that LARP on the internet about being the fucking master race. And then on the other side, you have a bunch of fucking, you know, queer-coded children who are watching this as well going, hey, you know, this is kind of stupid and dumb. At least one side is honest, though. And let me tell you, it's not the side LARPing as a bunch of fucking, you know, rough and tumble oil rig guys, okay? Nobody, unless they're, nobody is just gonna fucking sit and watch this shit. Like, nobody who's like actually working a fucking trade job or whatever.
Right, she needs a
police
father. Hang on a minute.
officer.
She needs a father for her children, right?
Yeah.
So she's gonna go out there, right, and you're gonna buy your child an electric car. You're gonna go and buy your child a bicycle. Who the hell's gonna put the bicycle and fix the electric car? Who's gonna do it?
You got YouTube. I know how to do these
Bro,
things. I fixed the Bentley before.
Why
I
do you
fixed
need
the
a man?
Bentley.
If you can do everything yourself, go and get some sperm donor or something, because you obviously don't need a man.
That's the future, I
And the
think,
thing is, no, future for who?
No, of
That's
my
the problem.
society.
Because at the end of the day, right,
what
listen,
year are you
hang
living
on.
in?
The
What
year that
year
you're
are
supposed
you
to be
living
living in.
in?
Because
Like,
hang on a
you
minute.
act like we are in the Stone Age.
Let me finish talking. Let me finish talking, right? Now, you got a man, right? And you've been busy all day, right? And you're in your bed at 1 o'clock in the morning. And your man comes in with all of his friends and said, oh, babes, all the friends are here. They're hungry. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I'll cook for my man. I'm a traditional woman in that aspect.
Yeah,
I love to cook for my
Why is it
man.
that when people start cooking, they think that cooking is traditional? It's everything. It's not just about cooking.
But
They always say, I cook for my man, so I'm traditional.
Why are they mad about, like, I don't even understand. It seems like they're in agreement with one another, but they're yelling at each other for some weird reason, and I don't know what's going on there.
No.
I have a question. Wait.
I
I have a question. Are you virgin? If you're traditional, you're virgin.
Are you a virgin?
I said in that aspect. I'm not going to comment on me being a virgin or not, but what I'm going to say is every human being should be able to cook.
She's a hybrid of tradition and modernization.
I'm a person that survives. You know, I need to cook to survive.
Can I ask Mr. Tate something, right? I'm going to ask you something.
Sure.
Right. Because I can't. I don't like bullshit, right? And there's certain people that I can't
Why
even
so
bear talking
excited,
to, right?
man?
So I'm going to talk to him because so far he's talking sense.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's
You're
giving
welcome.
pick me.
Right. Who said pick me? Listen, who just said pick me?
They want me. Don't look at me.
did you
I said
Did
it's
you say
giving pick me.
Give him
Because
pick
we're
me.
having a whole
Listen, right,
conversation.
listen,
And you're
right.
like, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to Mr.
Hang on a minute. I've been with my man for 32 years.
Clap for
right?
yourself.
32 years. I don't need to clap for myself because I'm happy. I'm not here. And what I was going to ask him, right, is how would you think a woman? Would you think
Why are you
that
shouting?
woman?
Can you
Would you
calm
think that
down?
woman? Just calm down. I'm loud. I'm naturally. You don't want to hear me shout. Anyway, Mr. Tate, like I was saying before we got rudely interrupted, right? Now, is this your idea of a woman that you think deserves a man? I'm here, single, but I'm looking. I'm here. I'm like taking, if you want to hook.
Why does anybody care about Mr. Tate? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think he's interested in women. Straight up. Everything I've seen of Andrew Tate, like, and the way he talks about women, I'm pretty sure he's not into women, okay? I've seen Andrew Tate and the way that he looks at women, and I've seen Andrew Tate and the way that he looks at Aiden Ross, okay? Come on.
Hook me up, let me know, and I just want anybody but choose. How does that make you feel? What is that kind of woman that you think deserves a man?
Well, he's a top G. You can't be asking him this question
you
about
said
us
what,
mere
top Gs,
mortals.
isn't it?
We're mere mortals, Auntie.
Speak for yourself. I'm no mere mortal.
Definitely I'm a mere mortal in his presence.
Because nobody
Come on
above
now.
me.
Which kind of question be that?
Auntie, unlike you, we have options.
I'm a mere mortal next to this man.
We have options,
Even
Auntie.
this 8.5.
If you have options, then
Where's your ring?
That is the most stupid thing.
Because I actually can choose. I've not found a man that I don't want to be with.
Hang on a minute.
Well, I know your reality. I know your reality.
Yo, who the fuck watches this? Is this a psyop to make it seem like women podcasters are garbo? What's happening here? Like, are they so misogynistic that they're like, we're going to actually prove a point? Because, like, Andrew Tate proves that point for men on a regular basis, right? Why the fuck are you guys overperforming right now? What is this? They're, like, so into the Tradcat lifestyle, they're literally like, don't watch this podcast because it's made by women. New audit, the audit on iShow Speed's raid. Wait, really? Yeah, but okay, stop.
Reality is you gotta beg a man to keep you.
Hang on a minute. You said, unlike you, I have options.
We have options, yeah.
You're out here looking for a man. You're out here saying that you're looking for a
Where
man.
did I say I was looking for?
Damn, she was ruthless to her. Except, ironically, in a feminist planet, if this was a feminist world, okay, if there was like global feminism, then she would have options because like she would not be her worth would not be directly tied to just the way she looks. Okay? Which is ironic. That's how you always lose. As a woman, if you're dick riding the patriarchy, you're always going to lose because you have a shelf life under the patriarchy. You hit fucking 27 and it's over. You know what I mean? It's not actually. In real life, it's not. Luckily. Okay? But like in the eyes of these motherfuckers, like it's done. You're done. It's crazy. It's weird. How are you as a woman gonna fucking dick ride patriarchy that hard?
Oh my gosh, you was at the advertising when we done the introductions. That's what you said.
I said I was doing it.
The is what you said.
I didn't say I was going out looking for a man. I said I'm doing it to
Hang on a minute.
you. You come to me, I'm decide if I want you.
Mr. Tate, listen to this insult, right? Listen to the
I'm not insulting you.
Hang on, listen. All right, then what do you call it?
insulting you.
Sign language. What I'm learning. Sign language. Right? Listen to what she just said.
Guys, I'm not saying as a woman you're done. Your shelf life is 27. I'm saying that as a woman, if you're dick riding the patriarchy, you are literally trying to reinforce. You are literally trying to reinforce attitudes that claim that your shelf life is 25 or 27. That is what's really fucking stupid. You are unironically defending your own demise. Like a black person defending white supremacy. It makes no sense. I made this for you. Uh-oh.
Like everybody says, oh, he's the top G. But it's like, if your man put up a light fitting, and you're standing there watching him put up the light fitting, or you, Denalva, they're watching a man put up a light fitting, what would you say while he's putting it up, and how would you react?
I'd be like, you're probably doing it wrong, but I'll let you finish and then you go back and fix it.
Right, all right then, but hang on a minute, and how would you act if your man was
I
putting up a
wouldn't
light
have
fitting?
I'd be like, well,
No?
thank you, baby.
Okay. Well,
Oh, I would be like, see, the thing is, I
no,
agree.
just answer the question. Just answer the question.
please,
What would you say if
actual
your man was
context.
putting up the
You didn't stream yesterday? What is this, only stream 364 days of the year streamer now? I did stream yesterday, you fucking idiot.
light fitting? I'm just asking a
I would
question.
be like, thank you, babe. Thanks for the light fitting. I
Right.
appreciate you.
My man put up a light fitting. I was like, wow. He got it all out. It was all in boxes. He got his toolbox. He was up there on the ladder. Whatever you want me to hand you. I was like, oh my God, you're stripping wires. Oh my God.
This is funny.
It works. That's what he's talking about.
I agree.
That is what he's talking about. When he's
agree.
talking about the car, he's not saying you can get your own car. He's saying make the man feel like.
It's Michael saying like, no, there are people working on oil rigs that do actually listen to this podcast. That's
to
what he
me,
did.
unlike you, I have options. Fucking 32 years. You think I want options? I'm happy with my
it's
man.
giving you don't really
I'm
have
happy
much
with my-
options, though. Because the way
No,
you're like,
it's not pick me. Auntie, she meant clout. Wait.
Men are right to cheat. Oh, what the fuck?
Can I ask you something? What about, what does the woman want in your eyes? What do you think? And what's the game you give for the boys?
I'm going to tell you, but before that, I need another Clementine, and I need to give half to our friend here because she just rolled her eyes at me. And I'm perspicacious. I notice everything. She doesn't realize that I'm a ninja. I detect these things. Even when I'm looking directly ahead, I can detect
He's trying to fuck Brittany Renner.
it. So
That's why you wear
I'm going to give her
shades.
some of my Clementine, and she's going to feel better. So I'm going to get a Clementine for her. Would you like some Clementine, my dear?
I'm sure.
You want some Clementine?
I think for me, it's like, this
I asked you a question. Would you
Yeah,
like some
I would
Clementine?
love some,
You
yeah.
want some Clementine?
yeah.
We're going to hook it up.
Okay.
Clementine's coming. All right. Go on. Continue.
Okay. What?
No, I mean, I just feel like this is definitely a different conversation.
Oh, God. He's not very good, in my opinion. But she might still be into it. Who knows? We'll see.
For me, because I'm very open-minded. I love hearing different perspective, and I do feel like this is a newer idea. Like you said, within the last 30, 40 years, this is a new concept. We don't know how it's going to end. I just know from like my experience, other women that I've met as well, it's like the reason for even like relationships, why they're not lasting is because people don't want to put up with the disrespect. And like, even when you were talking about like, oh, it's okay for me to cheat, but not for you. My thing is like, why not have transparency and have it be polygamous, polyamorous, whatever works for you? That's like, to me, where it loses me with the traditional stuff.
I get it.
There are people who subscribe to hyper expressions of masculinity and femininity, but conforming to either involves denying aspects of your identity. For men, it's a denial of any traits that are deemed emotional because they're too feminine, but the hyper forms of masculinity and femininity are both toxic and result in somewhat underdeveloped or half-formed individuals who need the half to live a normal life. Good take.
It's
All
like,
right.
why can't we have
So-
transparency?
okay.
And if I sign up for that, cool.
So how does no man in a million years. Let's all be realistic, right? No man in a million years is going to meet a girl he likes and go, I want to be polyamorous. Like, come on, that's gay. Let's cut this bullshit. So let's be realistic. How does a man show love to a woman?
What?
Tell me.
Exclusivity.
Wrong. That is how
Time, resources,
Wrong.
and something else.
Time, resources. So
Yeah.
that's a good way to start. So sexual exclusivity is how a female shows primarily primarily that she's interested in a man. He's the only man who has sexual access to me because I can get pregnant, and this man is the only man who can do it. That's how it's done. A man, yes, I'm not saying all men can cheat. I'm not saying all men should cheat. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if I truly love a woman, she won't sit there and go, he shows me his love because he doesn't fuck anyone else. She'll sit there and go, he shows me his love because my bills are paid. I'm in a Bentley. I fly private. I go to Dubai anytime I want. I have a Chanel bag.
Yeah, this is so incredibly fucking insecure, dude. Hey, if you have misophonia, you should fuck yourself, okay? I'm gonna be honest. Here, you're banned. Straight up. Oh, do I make mouth noises that upsets you? Fuck yourself. That was pretty wild, Hasan. Yeah, no, it's called Deal With It, you fucking bitch. Deal with it. This is the ableism power hour. How are you, a man, unable to deal with mouth noises? Anyway. Where was I? Don't call it silly business with that oral fixation of yours. I mean, yeah, I have an oral fixation. I also have a really fire noise gate. Sometimes things escape it, okay? You can suck my cock if you have an issue with it. What's your view of Pearly? I think she is fucking awful. But honestly, listen. Basic bitches need a lane, okay? They do. And if you can't make it on in like other lanes that are available, this is as old as time itself. It's as old as a tale as old as time itself. If you're like, you can't make it in the fucking big leagues like Tommy Lauren and shit, you know, you have no fucking personality. So what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to like go ham on the fucking Tradcast shit with hopes that like men will overlook how awful your personality is. And also, ironically, I guess overlook the world where you are tested on the metal of how good you look, how well of an object of desire you are as a woman. Why? It's the same dichotomy as like TERFs looking bricked the fuck up. It's like, what is wrong with you that you literally think like, if I'm as turfy as possible, if I like create these like rigid standards of femininity and beauty, like maybe men are going to think that you're a woman? No, they'll literally think, they will always think that if you are a TERF, most men are going to look at you and go, oh, that's like a trans woman. Okay? They're going to think you're a man. Half the time, they like literally misgender TERFs. So why are you trying to live in a society where men are going to keep clocking you when you're not trans? It's so weird. It's the same as JustPearlyThings. It's like, listen, I'm sure you have certain qualities, right? Like, I'm sure you have certain fucking qualities that are, I'm great, I guess. I don't fucking know. I haven't seen it. But what I find very strange about this is like, you are building a world, or you are reinforcing a world in which like men view you as simply just an object of desire and a good wife and nothing else. But you don't even have those qualities. You're fucking chirping on the internet. You don't know how to churn butter. All you know how to do is yap, 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 and you don't even look good. So what the fuck are you doing? You're not hot, and all you know is how to do a fucking podcast where you're chirping all the time. So who the fuck is going to choose you in the society that you have cultivated? That's crazy. And I don't know. I'm like, she literally JustPearlyThings just thinks like, if I put on the fucking a trad woman attire, like this dress, then like everyone will think I'm trad. It's like, yo, you're in a podcast studio. You're being sexist, Hasan? No. You're failing to understand my point. Okay? Stop defending a society that sees you simply as an object of desire. Stop trying to reinforce patriarchal constructs desperately, especially when you don't even fit the fucking construct. It's crazy. Like, don't misunderstand me. If she was fucking hot, okay, if she was super sexy and knew how to fucking churn butter, okay, and she still did a podcast, I would still despise that, okay? I would still think that that is fucked up and stupid, okay? It is an unrealistic expectation. It is also kind of fucked up to just like place women in a box like that and force them to conform if they don't want to. The entire purpose of feminism or feminist movements have been to give women the option, okay? Some of them take it, some of them don't. Who gives a fuck? Just give them the option. But it is weird. It is exceptionally weird when you basically fucking keep saying, oh my God, women have to be a certain way. Women have to just like be seen and not heard. That's how we empower ladies. Am I right? Like by fucking fixing up a sandwich in the kitchen. It's like, she's not pushing it. She's just telling it like how it actually is. No, she's not. You're a fucking idiot. That's not how it actually is either. And if your mom or your sister heard you fucking talk like this on the internet, you get a smacking that you deserve. The fuck do you mean, dumbass? Hasan, I say this with all the love in the world, but you have been saying patriarchal for 10 years. It's not a word you mean patriarchal. Shut up! Patriarchal! Is that good? Did I say it right? Fucking idiot. Hard for me to roll it off the fucking tongue. Learn a different language. And then you can come back and talk to me about how to read fucking English words, okay? It's as if HasanAbi went buck wild and said that everyone above 5'7" had to shave their legs amputated while being a runner. She's going against her own interests. Yeah, exactly.
In love with side chicks.
Very good question. And this is a long and in-depth answer, but it's a good question. Let me peel my clementine. But no, but it's a good question. Where is too far? I think publicly disrespecting is too far. So like you'll notice, let's take the Moscow G, all right? Let's take an oligarch, a billionaire from Moscow. He has his wife. He has the girls he's in the club with. The girls he's in the club with wouldn't fucking dare message his wife. They wouldn't dare step out of line. Like, they know their place, right? So if there's a hierarchy and they know their place, that's one way of doing it. Mm-hmm. Spending money on a girl, certainly, yeah, because men show love primarily through our hard work. Not just through our resource, but through our hard work. If you take a man who's not particularly rich,
Bro, this is so fucking stupid. Like, he is so, oh God, I love when he starts talking about like what men should do in relationships because he's such a fucking goober. Listen, if you are an Andrew Tate fan still, like, and I myself am, you know, I'm a big fan of Andrew. If you think he's giving you the blueprint of how to behave in a relationship, your girlfriend, if you are ever even lucky enough or, you know, found someone who was dumb enough not to see how much of a fucking child you are, they're going to fuck someone else. They're going to cheat on you. 1,000,000%. And it will be your fault. If the only thing you can offer a woman is material security or like supposed physical security, and you treat them like they're not fucking human beings or cattle, and you try to cheat on them, they're going to cheat on you. They're going to fuck you over, and you're going to kind of deserve it. Let's be real. Relationships are supposed to be conducted on the basis of mutual respect and self-assurance. If you do not have confidence, if you are just reeking with insecurity, you are not going to be able to actually respect your partner. And if you do not respect your partner's not going to respect you. Incredibly stupid. Incredibly dumb. People like Andrew Tate are unironically leading men astray by hyper-focusing on like a utopian build where society is basically like went back in time to a more traditional attitude towards like gender dynamics, when that is not happening, okay? And it's most likely not even going to happen. And even if it did happen, it still wouldn't make it better for you, okay? If you follow his footprint, if you follow his steps, you are going to get cheated on. You're going to get clowned on. You're most likely never going to be able to get a girlfriend anyway. Okay? But even if you were lucky enough to get one, if you treat women like this, you're not going to be able to maintain a relationship. You are never going to be happy. You are never going to see love. To the people who are saying, lol, Tate has so much trouble finding a girl. Are you fucking joking? You think this motherfucker has been in a real relationship ever, dude? What are you talking about? It's the fresh and fit dichotomy. The only type of girls that you want to have on your show are girls with are girls that want to fucking make their Instagram clout pop off. And of course their perspective is going to be skewed. Okay? And then they make it seem like all women are that way, okay? And some of those women are fine, by the way. They're perfectly fine, the fresh and fit girls. But some of them aren't. Okay? There's a lot of dumb bitches out there. It's the same for men and women. The difference is when you see a dumb bitch who's a man, you don't think all men are dumb bitches like this. But when you see a dumb bitch who's a woman, you go, oh, this is how all women are. That's how it works. That's intersectionality. That's how it works. That's the intersectionality of marginalization. Where you just assume they're all this way. You just have a monolithic understanding of a marginalized group. But like I said, the only time this man has ever been around women is when he's paying for it. Okay? And he doesn't even hide it. Like, he basically says that that's how it's supposed to be. And if the only reason why women are around you is because you're paying for that, then you're not going to have a normal, good relationship.
He shows his wife love by getting up every day, going to work 9 to 5, working his ass off and paying those bills. That's how he shows love. That's why he does it, for his wife and his children. Most men are out here working bullshit jobs, carrying trash. They're doing that to show love. So giving money, yeah, that would be a far more scary indicator than just sex. Let me give you all an example. I don't know if you all know my history, but I used to run a webcam business a long time ago. Don't want to talk about it, blah, blah, blah. But I had a bunch of girls who used to sit online and talk to guys, and they had laptops, right? This is a long time ago. And I used to sit and say to some of the webcam girls, I'd say, this man who is sitting in and logging in every night and sending you money every day and telling you he's obsessed with you from the other side of the world and missing out on time with his family to sit here and talk to you and send you money, that is more cheating than if he just went out and banged something. If he went out and banged something and came home, then done. But he's sitting here giving you his time, his money, his affection. That's cheating for a man. For a man to sit there and give money and time away, right? Yeah. So you have to stop this idea of sexual exclusivity. Yes, that's for females. That's how females show their love to men. It's not how high status, at least, males show their love to females. And anyone who wants to disagree with me, call me wrong, call me misogynist, whatever bullshit. Look at a history book. Every king, every sultan, every conqueror, every emperor, every knight, all of them had maidens, wives, all of them. That's history.
What level of G do you have to be allowed to cheat?
Aiden was saying how he lives life transactional now with every girl and basically tells Ant to kick the girl out after he nuts. No joke, he said it on stream. Dude, this motherfucker is like unironically teaching an entire generation of boys to just be like the most awful humans, dude. You are never gonna have like a genuine loving relationship. Holy fuck, so many victims of divorce court incoming. I agree with the more traditional view of relationships, but I don't understand how he can voice support for cheating other than the fact that he probably just wants to justify it and convince himself it's okay, even though he deep down inside he knows it's not. Yeah. There's a couple things here at play that people don't understand. Okay. One, if you want like an endless sea, if you want an endless sea of like women that value you not as like a partner, a loving partner who they truly have feelings for, but instead like a fat wallet who they hope shuts the fuck up soon enough, you know, and keeps paying for their bills, then follow Andrew Tate. Except Andrew Tate at least has some money because he's like, you know, selling multi-level marketing schemes to dumbasses like you. You don't have the money. You don't got the private jet. You don't got the fucking Bugatti. So what the fuck do you have? Now you're just repeating Andrew Tate's lines. At least he has a fucking wallet. You don't even have that. Yeah, you're a broke boy in your mother's basement fucking talking about Bugattis and how all women are bitches and they just want a man shows his affection by giving a woman money. It's like, that's so dumb, dude. That's so dumb. My W banner is back. Don't worry.
Well, no. It's not about even being allowed to cheat. I'm not even saying that.
He said if you feel attacked by what he said, you might be part of the issue. Brother, I'm sorry to say this, but I'm a multi-millionaire 31-year-old who women thirst after publicly on the internet. Do you think I'm a part of the problem? Do you think I'm actually being like genuinely harmed here? Like, are you fucking stupid? Open your eyes, idiot. Please. Like, Jesus Christ, 90% of the fucking criticism that I receive is because I have a nice car and I bought a house. All the shit that Andrew Tate unironically uses as like a talking point to make himself seem like a better person, I avoid talking about, and yet my haters constantly bring it up as a fucking own. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. It's just stupid because, like, that's also part of the problem. That's also why a lot of these, like, PUA people fucking hate me. I'm like an effective counter. Thinner skin than Elon? You think I have thinner skin than Elon? Because of what I just repeated? If I was genuinely insecure, you would hear me say things like Andrew Tate. It's so dumb. Do you think you could bag Renner? 1,000,000%. I'm not bag Renner, but I mean, I was supposed to have her on. We talked a little bit about having her on like fucking year ago. Anyway. You were just insecure about your English? How does that make you any different? Please stop. You are not a brilliant debate lord, okay? You are not. You are not catching me on the back foot or on the back pedal. You're just a fucking idiot who thinks that they're smarter than they actually are. I'm a dumbass, and I recognize that, and I live with that reality every day. But it's different skin. Yeah, I'm so insecure that I speak 2 languages fluently. Is that really what you just said? Do you think that this is the fucking counter? That I like literally fucking yelled in a comical way because I'm also an entertainer when I'm not actually that pissed off at the chatter who's like a fucking 12-month, 13-month subscriber. Do you really think that this is the argument that you want to come back with me on? You speak 2 languages fluently. That's what you think I'm insecure about? Because I yelled at the chatter aggressively? I wasn't even being serious? What? Do you? Because you sure act like you know more than this entire chat by constantly just looking at names. Dude, if there's one thing I'm good at on this planet, okay? I'm not very good at many things. But if there's one thing I'm good at, okay, it's nailing a fucking chatter's entire personality. Sometimes I get it wrong, of course. I am not infallible. Sometimes I get it wrong. Do you understand? But how many times have chatters been in here and I have shown how predictable you can be? And it's not your fault. But if you are a conservative especially, you're not very smart. Okay? You're just not very smart. You think you have brilliant new takes, but you, for some weird reason, don't recognize that I talk to hundreds of thousands of people exactly like you all day, every day for 8 to 10 hours a day. It's not even like a unique skill that I have. I'm not like naturally gifted or anything. It's repetition. Anything you have said, I have most likely heard 1,000 times over. That's it. You got to stop, bro. Let me fade out. This got to be a joke. No, you're just new here, so you're not familiar with this. Okay, that's it. Literally, no one listens to this shit. Why are you? Twitch really made the goofballs think they aren't goofballs, Lamau. So then, no, Lamau, she ditched you. Little bro, be lost, says the pork chop. Y'all, I'm out of here. What the fuck, he says. Pork chop looking motherfucker. Why? Bro, if you put your fucking PFP on there, like, I'm gonna rip it. Goofy. Behave. You shut the fuck up real quick.
And it also depends on the partner you're with. I'm not trying to sit here and advocate for men to run around and fuck a bunch of women. I'm not saying that.
That's
I'm
what you're doing.
No, but I'm not.
No. Let him explain. Let him land. Let him land. It's about to come. Now, our sister, let him land.
No, but
Go
I'm
on,
not.
then.
I'm not. What I'm actually trying to do is describe the baseline unfortunate realities of human dynamics. And I'm trying to explain now to the world that any woman can get a man who will not cheat on her if she's prepared to sacrifice a bunch of other things, perhaps, right? In the olden days, it was different. The world was a different place. It was a completely different place, and it was better. Now it's all fucked up. It's fucked up on every level. And men, especially the high status men, most of them have struggled so hard to become high status. They've been through so much shit to get where they are. It's like telling him, if you climb this mountain, you can go to a candy store. And he climbs to the top of the mountain, and the second he's in the candy store, after one piece of candy, that bitch is saying, no more candy. He's like, no, I just climbed this mountain. I just got rich. I just went through X, Y, Z. I finally got here. I'm finally in the candy store. Now you're telling me I can only have one piece of candy?
Okay.
What man's going to agree to that?
Do you think?
Bro, that's sad. That's literally sad. You are a child. This is how I used to think when I was 14. Holy shit. Like, you want to get so much power and so much money, specifically so you can fuck a bunch of women? Like, bro, there are so many broke boys out there that are already doing that. They just look good. They're a little bit more confident. Some of them are skaters, okay? That's what it is. That's it. That's it. They have something that you don't have, which is a good dick, most likely, okay? It's just like no one is this fucking insecure this publicly without having millions of dumb motherfuckers not recognize that he is so insecure, overcompensating for said insecurity through material possessions. I'm losing my fucking mind. I feel like I'm watching a kid, okay? I'm watching a grown-ass man who is still stuck being a fucking child, so deeply and undesirably immature. And he just basically hit the kid lottery and was able to get money, okay, by scamming other kids, sometimes literal kids, most of the time adults that have kid brains. And he just keeps reinforcing that same bullshit. Like, he's like, yes, when you have money, you can fuck a lot of bitches. It's like, no, you can fuck a lot of bitches when you're broke. You just can't be, oozing with insecurity. That's one thing you can't do. And, maybe you'll be able to pay for it when you have money, okay? But again, they're not there for you. You're just a wallet with an ugly, weirdly shaped cock at that point, okay? And if you don't look within and you don't actually change things about yourself, you are always going to be that person, okay? And you're never going to be happy. If you think women are just like, pussy holes that you fucking come inside of and not like an actual partner that you are looking for, like a life partner that you're looking for that supports you in your weak moments, in times of need, you know what I mean? That builds you up, that pushes you to the next fucking step. If you think that it's just like, if that's not what a relationship is like, you're never going to be in a good relationship. You are going to be lonely for the rest of your fucking life, constantly upset. You're going to die alone. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to like have grandchildren, okay? Maybe you're lucky enough to have children, but they're going to fucking despise you. It's sad. It's sad as fuck. And that's the scariest part about this, is that like this is the type of shit that works really well on young kids, okay, who do not have the emotional maturity. Their growth is stunted. They don't see it. They look at the flashy things. They look at the color. They look at the fucking shapes, and they go, oh, that's great. He has it. He has it. What he has is some level of wealth, and that's it. That's why that's the only thing he fucking promotes constantly. Look at my car. I have a Bugatti. Look at my private jet. I have a Bugatti. I have a Bugatti. I have nice clothes. I'm killing it. Half of that shit is fake anyway. But like, that's the dumbest part about this, is that like he hasn't even achieved the success in the field that he's talking about.
Do you think that men owe a woman loyalty if she was there from the beginning?
Absolutely. They absolutely owe that woman loyalty.
Oh, sorry, sexual loyalty. That's what I meant.
Sexual exclusivity is different. Sexual exclusivity and loyalty are completely disconnected for males. Nobody wants to talk about this, but it's the unfortunate reality. It's true. I'm telling you, you can get a man, he can go on a holiday, can fuck some stripper, can come home, and you can lie detector test him. Do you love your wife? Would you die for your wife? Would you take a bullet for your wife? He'll pass the lie detector test. He loves.
Like, you don't understand. Let me respond to you by completely making up a situation. Like, what does that mean, bro? This is like, the only way to agree with this is if you already agree with the things that he's saying. Out of curiosity, what is that nice car you bought? It was a Porsche Taycan 4S, okay? It's an electric vehicle, and it's nice. I have a lot of money, and I was like, I drive my car. I use it. Might as well get a nice car. But it says nothing about me, okay? It says nothing about my personality. It says nothing about anything, okay? Analogies that make 14-year-olds say facts are the only language he speaks. Yeah, exactly. Is it taking on a good daily car? Yeah, it is. Great. The only thing about the car is that it's nice. It's fun to drive. It improves in a very minor, yet still meaningful way, a part of my day. That's it. Okay? I mean, it says that you're a wealthier man. I know, but it doesn't mean anything. I didn't get it for that reason. I didn't get it because like I want to buy a nice car, an expensive car. If I wanted to do that, I could have bought a significantly more expensive car if I wanted to, but then I would get fucking assassinated. And also, I don't need that anyway. You are catching major heat out of this out of context Tate reaction. Oh, thanks, man. Here, see you next year. Bye-bye. As a matter of fact, the irony is for the longest time, I had a fucking Camry, which, you know, there's a lot of people in Los Angeles that care about material things. Okay? And for the longest time, I had a Camry. And anytime I went on a date where I picked them up in the fucking Camry, the 2011 Toyota Camry, and they made a stink about it, that was it. That was like a filter. You know what I mean? If you have an issue with that, then, you know, this is not going to work. That's it. It's like literally, I am the opposite of Andrew Tate in that sense. I don't want someone to want to be with me because I have money. I want someone to want to be with me because they want to be with me. Okay? Through thick and thin. Because there are no certainties in life. But even if there were certainties in life, even if, let's say, it's certain that I'm never going to withstand financial hardship ever again, which is, you know, very likely I could very much withstand financial struggle in the future. Who knows? Who knows what may happen? We have no control over our lives in that regard. However, regardless of that, it still doesn't matter because you want to have a partner, a life partner that is there for you and not for your money. And you should not be looking for a partner that you're only interested in for their looks, for example. Okay? Because if that's your goal, then you're fucked. Like, no one is going to be permanently hot. You should want to look for a partner that you want to be with, that you can be best friends with. It is very stupid. And that's Andrew Tate's major flaw. Okay? Men are so impressed these days that Andrew Tate is just who we need right now. Otherwise, who else is going to defend the oppressed men? I mean, men are oppressed, just not by virtue of being a man. Except Andrew Tate is never talking about how men are oppressed under, again, patriarchal constructs, under white supremacist constructs, or more importantly, more over-encompassing than all of that, under capitalism. How do so many of your subs disagree with like all your takes, Lamau? They're fucking around. It takes a while for you to learn the groove of things. You know what I mean? First, you come in here and you're like, "What the fuck?" At the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. What? I don't understand. But then you realize, like, oh, that's it. That's a segue, for example. Okay, and then you're like, why are there so many numbers in the chat? Why is everybody saying 10-10? Well, that's because they're giving a rating for the ad break segue. Now, you might think that that's unorthodox. That's weird. But no, we actually voted on it. Because I was going to be like, should I just serve it without telling you? And they were like, no, actually, we like the segues. It's like gamifying it. You know what I mean? The debates. And then I tell you, you know, if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. Maybe you disagree with me, but you still want an uninterrupted ad-free broadcasting experience. That's when you subscribe for $5 or for free. With the Prime, that is. Or you can get gifted a sub. Maybe you're lucky. When you get gifted a sub by Dollop of Danny or Suck My Unit. Dollop of Danny, thank you for the 10. Suck My Unit, thank you for the 5. Luigi, 1597, thank you for the 5. Flying Lying Lion, thank you for the 5. Gifted subs, allowing 20 people. No, actually, allowing 25 people to no longer see the ads at the top of the hour. Allowing 30 people. Oh, shit. McKenna Lee. Mashy Eggman and Luna Lux. Thank you for the 5. Get the subs. Here's the 3-minute ad break now. Abigene 19, thank you for the 5. Get the subs. Someone in here said those headphones make his bald ass head look like his jumping rope, and I just really appreciate that. I love that.
With all his
Why are you covering Tate? We always knew he was a jerk. He's getting a lot of fucking clout from these podcasts again. And somebody needs to address some of these fucking takes. Because plenty of young boys are left rudderless and don't listen to it. Are left rudderless and listen to him and think he's got good takes.
Hard to do anything for her. It's just pussy. It's not a big deal. It's different.
I feel like, I guess my question would be then is like, how do you view sex? Because I like sex at the end of the day is spiritual unification. I feel like I've gone through a lot of different stuff. I've had a lot of different experiences where I did not value myself. So I never had a man that valued me. So it's like, yeah, you rack up.
That's, bro, right there. Lover, hater, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. I don't give a shit. That point is unironically, infinitely more adult than Andrew Tate and anything he's ever said. Okay? Yes, that is Brittany Renner. You are correct. No, like that literally is, that's true. If you don't value yourself, then you will never get someone to value you, okay? A lot of men do this all the time, where they're like constantly desperate for pity pussy, or they're just like desperately fucking texting over and over again. Or I guess on the inverse universe, Andrew Tate would call this putting a pussy on a pedestal, right? Why are you doing that? If someone doesn't want to spend time with you, then why the fuck do you want to spend time with them? Find someone else. Dumbass. There's plenty of other women. Morgoth, Comrade Luffy, Ren, ASAP WAP, and Red Shift. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. A Small Taco. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs.
Guys you shouldn't be texting back or whatever, but I feel like I understand that there is a difference with how men view sex and how they move around in the world, but it's like sex is a sacred thing no matter male or female is doing it. So that's why for me, like my biggest, like the hardest for me to understand is like, this is such a sacred thing, and it's like taking a piss for a guy.
Can I just say something? You sure you weren't making love to somebody that was having sex?
I'm sorry?
You sure that you weren't making love to somebody that was just having sex?
Hey, auntie, that's a nice.
Have I?
The only reason why she said that is to break her down, by the way. That's so catty. She straight up fucking hit her with that. It's not productive. It's not a productive reason to fucking bring it up. But she only wanted to say that to break her down. Like, oh, you thought you were having a spiritual unification, whereas he was just fucking you. It's just to make her feel bad. 100%. And also, not every fucking interaction, not every sexual interaction has to be fucking spiritual, okay? I don't even agree with that take with its entirety. I just agree with the fact that, like, you have to value yourself first. Confidence comes from within. And if you are confident and if you value yourself, then you can find a healthy and productive partner, okay?
In there.
No, that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like as women, they make love to men that are just having sex.
Right.
That's the difference.
That's not the point.
But my thing is, okay.
I think when men hear that, though, it's like if it was sacred to you, you would have waited till you were married.
But it's like right. No, I get that. But the reality is that the world is not so black and white. So I understand that there are these things in place that worked and made sense, and now we're approaching an era that like we don't know what's going to happen. But there's gray area. You've had sex, I've had sex, she's had sex, we've had sex with different guys. That doesn't mean that we're damaged goods, we're used goods. I understand status is a big part of that. I understand that sex is viewed differently, but I feel like you should not. If you're looking at face value, I can understand why you would be judged from your past. But if I'm a guy interested in you, I don't care about what you've done.
But that's the thing. Like men do though. That's the thing. Like a virgin's more valuable to a man than a girl that's had sex.
Fuck this stream. Jewish labor bund. Fuck this stream. Gonna go hang out with my family or something. Listen, that's productive. Okay, I'll take that. If this is like. if this is forcing you to go hang out with your family on during the holidays, then great, have fun. Okay.
Sex with multiple men, like it just is what it is.
There's a limit.
I'm gonna keep doing what I'm enjoying. Okay.
But the modern man's solution is not a virgin. A modern man needs a partner, somebody that is actually smart and can survive in the world of today.
But I'm saying
that's going to be a lived woman.
The men with the most choice are going to pick women that are more pure in general.
The ones that are already self-made, I guess so. But that's the thing. The reality is,
bro, I swear, I think she's saying that specifically. She's like, yeah, men really want virgins, right? You really want a virgin, right? Come on. Like a virgin that wears like a bonnet, you know, that specifically went and bought that dress to look more like that meme, the Tradcath like meme, right? That's what men want, right? Like someone who definitely hasn't ever had sex. Come on, please. Like maybe a virgin who has a podcast. Listen, there's nothing wrong. If you want to preserve your virginity, go off, okay? Have fun. Not my preference, but hey, who knows? One day you might meet someone who is a virgin, and they're a wonderful person, and you fall in love with them. Who cares? I'll be real though, like it's not my preference. I'll just say it like that. It's not my immediate preference. Who asked? That's a good question. That's why I said, like, not that it matters. Like, it literally doesn't matter. But I think people that turn around and make it into their preference are weird. Like, why? Examine yourself. Look deep within. Try to understand why you're like, she needs to be a virgin. Wait, you a virgin, bro? How can I be a virgin? I fucked your mom. Literally last night. Fucking got him. All right, my mom don't like white men. It's cool. She said I was Turkish, so I was, proximity-wise far enough. She does now, though. She likes white men now.
That there's a lot of men out there, especially in the world that we live in today, that need a partner. So it's time for those masses of men to start respecting women for the role they can play in their lives.
I don't think average men expect women to be virgins.
Do you know what it is?
But it's this rhetoric that actually then is pumped into these minds and creates what people now complain about, the misogynistic world.
No, do you know
that's what it is. And even in schools, it's like permeated through it all and perpetuated.
Why is it misogynistic for men to prefer women that are more
It's
pure?
not that that's not the problem. The problem is now, listen, the maths is very simple. You've got people like Andrew Tate talking about these things with such clarity, and it makes so much sense because it is true, right? And then you have men that are in these situations where just average, working an average job, and they cannot fulfill whatever definition is called to be a man in these
Yes, they can, and that's what he said. He did say that. Yes, they can. A 9-to-5 man can do it.
But then again, wait. This is the thing. What we're talking about as a man, and this is why I say it's very important for us to understand the person that we're speaking to, and I'm very glad.
I just don't think Andrew wants to be around women. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I think legitimately, like, we make the jokes, we say, like, he's kind of zesty, whatever. He's a bit queer-coded. Like, all this stuff is whatever, right? Like, they're true, but I just don't think he likes women in general. Like, there are a lot of misogynistic men who still, like, love the idea of a woman, you know what I mean? Who, like, still want to have, like, a partner, but they never really quite understand why they can't get one because they just are like oozing with like undesirable traits that women know, at least experienced women know to avoid, right? Andrew, on the other hand, doesn't strike me as the type of person who like has any interest in women whatsoever. It's like every single time you see him around women, it just feels like he's just disgusted. Like he just seems to be so misogynistic that he actually is unironically like Like he rides the anti-women train for sure. I don't know. It is absolutely misogynist to prefer virgins because of where their preference comes from. Is historically contingent and socially reinforced. Men prefer virgins because they're told to. No, I think men prefer virgins because they think because men are insecure. And they think that, like, if someone has seen another dick or had sex with someone else, someone made your significant other come before you. I mean, I think that's like the underlying reason as to why this whole like virgin trap comes from, like where it came from. It's just ego. Like you're not comfortable, you're not confident enough in your dick game. So you're like regularly worried about dicks all over the place. Andrew Tate has like unironically talked about this. Like you're gonna date a girl who's not pure, so she's had a lot of dicks. What if they're better than your dick? You know? That's why you need a pure girl. One who's never had any experience. So you're the first to show her the world. It's pretty obvious.
That you clarified everything that you mean. Not every man is like Andrew Tate. Not every man is going to be able to even realistically demand for certain things from a woman. So the same way women need to compromise if it comes to a man who is going to cheat on her because he's a top G, is the same way men are going to have to compromise and stop blabbing about purity when they can't demand for that.
Right? You didn't get none of what you didn't get none of what.
Dude, it's like, how can there be an argument like this where just pretty much every single person is in the wrong? Like they have different perspectives on a matter, but they're all wrong. I haven't heard like one good take so far. It's wild. It is kind of interesting to watch like a group of individuals who are seemingly arguing with one another, but they're like all wrong in different ways.
I made my point. That was the whole point.
What point? Well, duh. What? Because you just quoted him. You just said about his thing, and you didn't.
Not only did I get clout, I made my point. I said the average man does not have what it takes to demand for a virgin no more.
Hang on a minute. He already said that. He already said that.
And I reiterated in my own words for my own.
Yeah. No, you said no. Did you not hear what you said? No, I did. I think she's wrong. Like, oh, well, you know, men need to take an L because they're not all top G's. So they can't like make demands out of women, and women need to take an L and recognize. She's basically saying everybody needs to hold an L and like date within their range, or temper their expectations to what their qualities are. Right? Like that's wrong. If you are confident in yourself, you can have certain expectations out of a relationship, and you will inevitably find someone who also is fine with those expectations. That's it. Yes, I do agree with like dating within your dating pool or whatever the fuck, right? Like that sense of entitlement that a lot of boys have unironically creates this weird space where they literally are like saying, "Oh, well, I want like the top, I want a girlfriend. I want to fuck someone, but like no one wants to fuck me." But they're like not really going after anybody that they potentially could in their immediate vicinity that they could talk to or whatever. Like they are also unaware that they're trying to hook up with like the hottest women. You know what I mean? And then because they feel entitled to that, they just can't comprehend it. But ultimately, yes, you are right. The dating pool is pretty subjective and somewhat vague. Exactly.
Content for my page, and
do you
so
know what it is, right? Is that too many women, they see regular guys and they feel they're settling. You're not settling. You're getting what you deserve.
But you can't be asking.
You're not
for a
settling.
virgin, though.
You're not settling.
But the difference is men know this. Like most average men aren't demanding.
The average men never say what they want.
But the difference is the difference. Wait.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. She's lying. The idea of like hypergamy being an exclusive female trait is so fucking stupid. It's something that I talk about all the time. Hypergamy the idea that like red pillars always present, which is that like women always want to date up. They want to find like the sexiest, most like financially stable partner, the most powerful partner they can. That's such an idiotic take because it's like, dude, men want that too. What the fuck? There is not a single guy out there who's like, nah, I want someone that's ugly. Why? That is inherently a false statement because beauty is subjective. You are not going to look for someone who you don't find attractive to you. Okay? It's very stupid. Nobody's like, nah, man, I want specifically someone that I cannot stand to look at. I just can't stand to look at them. That's what I want. That's what really turns me on. No, everybody wants who they find desirable. That's it.
Wait, the difference is average men know they don't deserve a 10. They know they don't deserve an 8. They know they don't even deserve a 7.
And they still go messaging them on the stories and do all this dumb stuff that is just ugly.
Like most men in history haven't even reproduced. And so it's like men know, but the women are the ones that are delusional.
There's regular men out there. There's regular men out there.
Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth.
There's regular men out there that will have you down.
It's just a human trait, okay? That's it. You're describing a human trait and saying that it's only women that do this, okay? The idea that fucking women want Chris Hemsworth. Women only want Chris Hemsworth. It's like women think that they deserve Chris Hemsworth. Like, Lizzo is a 2? Wait, what?
Chris Hemsworth.
There's regular men out there. There's regular men out there.
Chris Hemsworth.
Why is that a problem? Like, why is that a problem? Everyone shoots their fucking shot. Shooters shoot. Why? Why is that an issue? Also, why? You are the last person to be involved in ranking women's attractiveness, man. What are you doing? You're opening up the door to people being ruthless to you. How do you not understand this? Your entire audience is now built on top of like resenting women and only caring about them as objects of desire. What the fuck? You're so stupid. It's so dumb to just be like, Lizzo's a 2. It's like, bro, what do you mean? Do you not see what's going on right now? What the fuck? You don't subscribe to traditional Western beauty standards either. You got shoulders like a fucking collegiate crew team member. Why the fuck are you rating women? You fucking weirdo. What the fuck? The worst part is you don't even have redeemable qualities. Like, I don't understand. It's strange.
There's regular men out there that will have you down.
Yeah, but can I just say, people are watching Tate, not understanding that Tate is part of that 1% of success, and they think that they can demand the same thing. No, they can demand purity.
But one second. Sorry. I understand the point you're all making, but let's understand something. To the sexual marketplace, females have always been, and still to a degree are, the gatekeepers. It's you can think about it in a very simplistic way. This is not the case, but let's simplify it for the sake of argument. Imagine men will run around and fuck anything, and women are the ones who say yes or no. You are the gatekeepers that have all the power. And this is what's actually truly interesting about the sexual marketplace, because whenever women go, there's not enough good men, then why are you fucking, of course, why would they be good if you don't make them be good? You're fucking losers.
That's a good point.
So women, so you're talking about, I'm saying that, a man at a certain level can't do certain things, If you were with Joe Schmo and he wasn't treating you the way you believe Joe Schmo should treat you, then why are you with him?
Leave. Sis, leave.
Like women have the gatekeeping. So if you get Joe Schmo and he treats you like you're his queen and treats you perfect, good. If you get a fucking guy at the absolute upper echelons of value and you still aren't happy with what he's giving you, then leave. Women are the gatekeepers. You women actually have all of the power. This is what's beautiful about the whole thing. Yeah. Women are constantly complaining. You have all the power. You're the ones who get to choose. Do you know who you should be mad at for all this shit? I'll tell you who you should be mad at. Do you know who threw away all the female power in the sexual marketplace? Promiscuous females. Because now you got chicks who will bang anybody without trying. So why should a dude get up and try?
No,
do you have any idea how hard it is to actually be? Let me make this clear.
Dude, there are promiscuous women out there, and yet none of your followers are getting pussy, okay? So what's that? Your argument is just done. Like, if I was an Andrew Tate fanboy and I'm like 14 years old, I'd be like, wait, where? Mr. Tate, where are they? On God. I've been rizzing so hard, Mr. Tate. On God, for real, for real. I've seen zero pussy, on God. These bitches don't fuck me. Where? Where are they, bro? Where they at? That's nice. You taught little bro XUC.
Hasan taught me how to play basketball. Okay. He said,
I did.
He said you have to scrunch. Okay. You have to widen up and lock in towards the basket like that, right? And you have to scrunch like this. Okay.
I did not describe it like this. I said your power when you're shooting comes from your legs. Okay, because he was only using his upper body every time he shot. So you're supposed to bend and jump up and use the force of your jump to power your shot. And then I taught him the T form, you know, like a goddamn basketball coach. Your arm is supposed to be straight towards the basket, and you hold it up with this. You only use this to control the ball when you're going up.
And then he said, hand like that, and hand to support the ball, almost like that, like this. And he said, go like this, and he go bang. And most of the.
I taught him to follow through and let your wrist hang, and that you're supposed to throw like a sphere.
Most of the efforts, okay, for the throw, comes from the leg part, right? So like this, like that, again, like that, and then bang. Okay, and you finish it, and then
they're saying the next LeBron. Oh, that's funny. Did you teach him how to pivot, or is that too advanced? Okay, dude, what do you mean pivot? We're not doing that yet. I just wanted him to learn like proper shooting technique.
And I scored 2 baskets.
That's true, he did.
I did 2 baskets.
Men who believe that women are gatekeepers are just whooped with no social skills and don't know how to earn a woman's trust. Like, I think it's not weird to say that like women are gatekeepers. It's almost like a feminist take in a weird way. If you are saying it in like a consent format, you know what I mean? But if you're not using it in a consent format, then it's like, and if it's like antagonistic, then it's kind of odd. You know what I mean? That was a hypocritical ass take, not you, Hasan, before I get banned. Anyway. Yeah, women aren't gatekeeping sex. It's called consent. Yeah, exactly. No, that's what I'm saying. It's like, if you understand it as like consent, which by the way, men have as well, and have the right to remove as well, for the record. But like, I guess dudes, sometimes dudes have a lower barrier for it. But it's a genderless concept. We're talking about consent. Do you mean rape? No, I'm saying like men have a wider, in my opinion, men have a wider net of what they consider to be acceptable when they are consenting to sexual acts than women do. Men are just hornier. That's not even true. Women are horny too, but like, fuck, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know. I literally do not, I don't know how to describe it without like coming across like a fucking dumbass, because generalizations are stupid. But like, it's hard. It's hard not to fucking admit certain things when I'm a man and I was 14 at some point. And let me tell you, I fucked a lot of inanimate objects with the hopes that like I would understand what it's like to have sex, okay? So I'm not going to sit here and act like, you know, men don't have a wider net than women do with respect to what they consent to across the board. You're talking to a man who jerked off to drawings of titties that he had to draw because pornography was banned. Okay? I think, though, we will never truly know if women are also equally as down cataclysmically as men are. Why? Because of the way that sex and sexuality and sexual desires are treated within men and women. Women are shamed for having sexual desires. Men, on the other hand, you don't really get, no one really tries to control it. You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, let loose, go crazy. But that's the other problem. That's why like people oftentimes think like, ooh, cougars are just like hornier. Women get hornier as they age. It's like, no, they're just, they just realize that you don't have to fucking hold back. Okay? That's the main difference. If you've ever had girlfriends, okay? And I don't mean like a partner, okay? I mean like a girl who is your friend. As a man, you know how horny women are, okay? Like they're horny as fuck, dude. It's like make your mind melt. You'd be like, what the fuck? This is how they talk to one another? This is how they talk to people that they're comfortable with? That's crazy. Men are hornier, no joke, scientifically proven, but there are a ton of stipulations and asterisks in that statement. Yes. Sure, testosterone. It makes sense. But people think like women have no like sexual desire. It's like a very weird self-report to behave like every time a woman is fucking you, they're doing it for you. That's crazy, okay? You're just, again, self-reporting. Like, how bad is your dick? How bad is your dick game that you unironically think women are only fucking you for your sake? You know what I mean? That's crazy. That's weird.
Go on, sir.
Do you have any idea how hard it is to actually be, no bullshit, a man? And I say this and women go, oh yeah, dude, As soon as most women encounter any kind of problem, the first thing they do is turn to a man. Their man, their dad, the mechanic, the police, a man. If you actually put a woman in front of a problem and go, no men, they're like, oh, whoa, fuck. It's a mental breakdown. Men, day after day, especially if you're a high-level man, let me make it something clear from my life. I'll talk from personal experience. I'm not just looking after me. I'm not just looking after my chick. I'm the guy in about 300 people's phone books that they call when anything big goes wrong. You get arrested in Russia, you need extraction from Ukraine, you need $1 million, whatever it is.
Dude, Andrew Tate is literally the pathological liar in every friend group. I'm gonna lose my mind. It's like I've heard takes like this, man. I've heard takes like this. Everybody's friend group has that guy. But like, you're not supposed to fucking believe the guy, bro. You're supposed to make fun of him. What the fuck is wrong with so many of these motherfuckers? He said, I'm the guy you go for when you need to extract yourself out of Ukraine. It's like, no, what? Nah, man. I don't think you are that guy. I don't think you're him.
Kazakhstan abduction. They call me. I'm the first phone call. I'm fixing 400 different lives. I'm a problem solver. Chicks can't fix fucking any of this shit, right? This is how hard it is to be a man. And it's amazing.
No. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think he's that guy. I would go so far as to say, and I stake my reputation and everything else on it, that there are, and I can't believe I'm defending the State Department here, kind of, there are a number of women working for, working as diplomats, working for the State Department, that would be infinitely more valuable to know in this circumstance if you get into trouble overseas, especially if you're an American citizen, than this dumb bald fuck, okay? Fuck's he gonna do, bro? Fucking fly over to Kazakhstan in his private jet and like do a prison break with a bunch of Instagram models? Like who? What's he gonna do? He's gonna drive his Bugatti over there? Like this man is known for like seducing men on the internet, instead of the girls that were working for him under very shoddy and weird conditions. Okay, is he gonna flirt with the fucking Kazakhstan prison guard? Is that what he's gonna do? He's gonna be like, "I will suck your dick dry. I am a woman, and I will fuck you really hard. Please release this prisoner." That what he's gonna do? Those are his skills, according to him.
Because society expects it of you, but so do women. If you had a man, be honest. You had a man, and you went to your man and said, "Oh, I've got this problem. I can't fix this. It's broken. The car tire's broken." And he went, "I don't know." You would dry up. Like, you'd be like, well, fucking, what the fucking point are you? That's the truth. You could sit here and go, "Oh, we'd call a mechanic." No, you wouldn't. You'd look at your man and go, "What do you mean you can't fix it?"
I'll do it myself.
And this is what she's saying about your man will get up and go, and you know what's beautiful about masculinity? A bunch of times a man will go up and he doesn't have a clue how to fix it himself. Mm-hmm. But he'll go, "Don't worry, baby, okay." And he'll stand up with no money and no clue. And he'll go out there and fucking try and find a way, because as a man, you need to be useful. It is so difficult to be a man. You have no idea the amount of pressure that we're under from society and from the women we even want to associate with. On a whole, it's difficult. So you have to keep all these things in mind. It's hard.
But can I ask you a question? You see what you just said about, the top G, that if they had money, you can fly planes and fly that. Drop it down to if you were earning, like, say, $50,000 a year.
Yep.
Couldn't you be that same person amongst your peers?
100% you could.
That's what I'm trying to say.
100% you could. And also you have to...
money doesn't make you a top G.
No, money's an amplifier. So that's the first thing about money. Money amplifies. Men can make money. Money does not make men. If you're a dork and you get rich, you're a rich dork.
Yeah, like him. Literally. No, that's him. You gotta recognize you're talking about yourself at that point, right? Like, there's got to be a little part of your brain that went, "Oh, fuck, maybe they're on to me here." He's right, yeah. You're a fucking dork-ass loser, and you make money. Now you're just a rich dork-ass loser. hot take. I genuinely do not believe Tate knows how to change a tire or use jumper cables. I mean, it depends on his proximity to wealth, right? Like, how long ago did he get a fucking Bugatti and became rich? It's like, I am not the most skillful motherfucker, right? But even I know how to change a tire, and even I know how to fucking use jumper cables. Why? Because my Toyota Camry used to get fucked up all the goddamn time, okay? So I learned. I had to. I didn't have a lot of money, so I had to figure it out on my own. Ironic, because the first time I actually fucked up a tire, one of my lady neighbors actually helped me because I didn't know how to do it. And I was like Googling it. Like I was like on fucking YouTube trying to figure it out. And it was a female neighbor of mine that helped me. And that's how I learned. That's how I learned how to change a tire. All those hidden talents come from brokenness. Yeah, literally. You just have to like fix shit on your own. You can't pay someone to do it. I can change a tire as a woman. Should I leave my boyfriend who doesn't even have a car? Get out of there. Broke boy. Fake story. It's that unbelievable to you? Be honest. It's that unbelievable to you that you said fake story, that like a woman could have taught me how to fucking change a tire? Like you can't be this silly, right? This goofy. Oh, baited. You fucking idiot. Take a second off, dumbass.
If you're a G and you get rich, you're a top G, right? So that's the first thing about money. And I agree with you. But traditionally, and this is the baseline, and once again, when I say these things, I'm not looking to be attacked for being misogynist. I'm just commenting on how I view the world and how I see things. Traditionally, a man primarily gives his attention to a female to get sex, and she gives him sex back to get the attention. That's the swap, right? So if I'm a dude and I want sex from a girl, I give her attention, I talk to her, I hang out with her, I spend time with her, eventually I get the sex. That's how it works. But the higher value you are as a man, the more valuable your attention is, the more valuable your time is, the less you have to give. It's like potency, right? So I can give 5 minutes to a chick, and that's worth 2 weeks of some other dude's time. But that's the reality. So where you are on the scale is just basically how much of your time you have to give. Now, you can still give all your time to a woman, treat her like a queen, be respected by your peers. She can be happy with you. I'm not saying she will be any. In fact, I'll argue she'll be happier with that man than she'll be with a fucking guy like me. I'm not even out here saying I'll make chicks happy. I'm not even saying that. I'm saying that she'll get the amount of time that she's going to want from that man. The amount of attention is linked to his status. But at a true high-level status of man, it's 2 DMs. Boom, boom. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Done.
This kind of leads into my next question.
All right, guys, let's take a second to hear from our channel sponsor. Florida cops are searching for 2 young women who stole a $25,000 Rolex after a male companion fell asleep during a late-night rendezvous at his condo. According to the Broward County Sheriff's Office, the man picked up the women from outside a bar down the street and drove to his place for cocktails. Though the man later fell asleep, his conniving companions remained on high alert. When the man woke up, the pair were missing, along with his Rolex, watch, and his credit card. Situations like this are happening all over the world, and you have to be on high alert to protect yourself. One way to protect yourself from identity theft is with Virtual Shield 1. It monitors banking, retirement, and investment institutions for potential data breaches, dark web scans, social security protection with 24/7 alerts, and can protect you and your family with up to a $1 million insurance policy. Virtual Shield 1 also includes free access to Virtual Shield's industry-leading VPN with unlimited VPN access and advanced VPN plus.
Oh no, bro, this is how bad her ad reads are? That's crazy. I had to pee, okay? I'm sorry to put you through that. That was crazy bad. I apologize for having to put you through that awful experience. I think we're done though. I don't want to. Do women prefer to be monogamous with low value men? Do men marry for status? The Western ideas are spreading. Submission and respect. Brittany Renner wants advice. Every man wants to be in charge. What do you disagree with from the red pill? I don't like this. I don't like it when you think you're like my behind the scenes producer. Like you're not. Okay? Like you're not. You're a subscriber, you're a watcher, you're a viewer. You're not my producer. Okay? I don't like when you do this in the chat. There you go. Yeah, it is a sensitive topic. It's fucking annoying. It is probably one of the most universally despised things that you could do as a chatter. Yeah. It's not even true, but it doesn't matter.